I'm Sara Bronin, the chair of the Advisory Council on Historic Preservation, and I'm standing here today in what used to be the main hall of Reading Terminal, a busy train station in downtown Philadelphia.
The terminal was built in the 1890s to serve the growing number of people who wanted to travel by train. It was state-of-the-art, with a passenger hall up above and a daily market filling the ground story below. The arch you saw under construction spans 259 feet. It was the largest single arch span in any train station in the world at the time it was built. It's amazing to think about the scale and nature of this investment in public space. Unfortunately, by the 1950s and 1960s, infatuation with the automobile meant train travel took a hit. By 1970, when the site was nominated for the National Register of Historic Places, things were pretty grim. Nonetheless, the nomination describes the majesty of the train shed and other architectural features. Importantly, it recognizes that the building had changed significantly to meet public demands. Let me read this excerpt from the National Register nomination. The lower portion of the station has been adapted to the new purpose. The offices have been removed and the stores raised to the first floor. The old ticket office and lower waiting room have been replaced by stairways and escalators to the train level, and the baggage handling function has been eliminated. The second floor waiting room has been modernized, and much of the restaurant and ladies' room space has given way to shops. What's important about this quote to me is that the site was still deserving of recognition on the register and even became a National Historic Landmark despite all the changes. An even bigger change came in 1984, when the railway itself stopped serving passengers. So that grand hall I'm standing in?
It's obviously been converted to new uses, but I wanted to show you what's happening below us, which is Reading Terminal Market, which started in 1893 and still exists today.
Opening its doors when the terminal did, the market had marble counters and even basement refrigeration. It thrived for decades, but like the railroad above it, it struggled in the mid-20th century. By the 1970s, it was only 20% occupied. Careful thinking by city leaders and reinvestments in its infrastructure and image, and more modifications to modernize the market stalls helped turn it around. I encourage you to visit these great bakers, florists, restaurateurs, and makers next time you're in Philadelphia. And to remember that a site can change a lot, but still be historic. In many ways, change is part of the essence of historic preservation.
Thank you again for joining me for another Preservation Short.